I'm Ellen Saltonstall, and I'm going to show you a yoga restorative pose that's really good for taking a break at the end of the day or even in the middle of the day to help you open your front chest, the upper body, for a deeper breath and for a sense of inner calm. This pose uses 2 blocks and a blanket, but if you don't have blocks at home, you can use some books that are about 4 inches high and that they're wide enough to support your pelvis. You'll have one set of books that supports your pelvis and then another set, maybe a stack of 3 or 4 books, that is going to support your middle chest, your middle torso. And then you cover it with a blanket for softness. So I've got the arrangement here with my blocks. So one block goes across like this, or you make sure that your stack of books will support the whole width of your pelvis. The other block is underneath it in this longer shape, and that longer shape supports your middle back. So you place the blocks like this with the wider one at the bottom, and then you cover it with a blanket or something soft, like a towel. And you come onto it with your hips on the bottom block or stack of books that's going across from left to right. And then you lie back down over it and adjust yourself either towards your feet or towards your head so that the edge of the top block is in line pretty much with the bottom of your shoulder blades. And this will give you a slight arched shape in your upper back. Your shoulders will either be a little off the floor or resting lightly on the floor. And of course, if you need any extra prop for your neck, you could put a little rolled towel under your neck. Your knees are bent with the feet flat. So once you've settled into a position that feels comfortable, begin to observe your normal breath. Just breathing naturally through your nose. And notice how it feels. Can you get a satisfying breath? If it feels a little tight, just notice that and let's do the breathing exercise that goes along with this, which will hopefully loosen up the breath to make it more easeful and satisfying. So we're going to talk about the breath going in different directions, feeling it in the body. The first direction is the vertical one from top to bottom. So as you inhale, lengthen downward into your belly with the breath and upward towards the base of your throat. So you're elongating the breath in both directions at once with each inhale, and then as you exhale, it just naturally subsides. And now we'll do the breath from front to back, focusing on that kind of expansion. So your front chest will lift a little bit with each inhale, and the back ribs will expand into the back body and into the props so that you feel each inhale giving you more space from front to back. And now let's expand the breath from side to side. So with each inhale, you widen through your ribs. Let the breath expand sideways into the ribs. And the ribs do have a lot of movement in this particular dimension. They do widen very nicely. And now, think of expanding in all those directions simultaneously. Visualize with each inhalation that your body has more space internally in all those directions. The vertical one that we did first, and then the one that expands from front to back, and also the one from side to side. So you're expanding three-dimensionally with each inhale, and then letting the breath subside naturally as you exhale. And now go back to a normal breath for a few cycles. And then roll to one side, bending your knees towards the floor. And rest on your side for a couple of breaths. And then come up to sitting. And pause for a moment, sitting tall, to feel your breath. It's really good to give yourself these small experiences of expansion so that your body accommodates to that feeling and wants to get back to that tall posture that gives you plenty of room for a satisfying breath. So I encourage you to try this restorative pose anytime during your day as a little recharge. Thank you for joining me.